Hey there.
Hi, everyone. Um, I don't have my commissioner shirt on tonight.
Mm.
I've lost, and I lost to an Anthony Davis triple-double. 10 blocks in a game. It was a franchise record, a personal best on his birthday. Anthony Davis. He told me where I could stick it. I had a lot of harsh things to say about him. I stand by many of those things. I was correct about him on Friday. I just wasn't correct today. Thank you. Hi, champ.
Somber words. Somber words.
Somber words. I'm your commissioner here. I do not have my commissioner shirt more because I forgot. I am in a state of disarray. We'll start with the champs matchup here.
Nothing further. I mean, all right.
Joel won 10-1. Put up pretty similar stat line to what Simmons and I did this week. So
No cycling.
no cycling. Joel was very well noted that there was no cycling happening.
I saved every dollar.
Congratulations to Joel. Adam just caught rotten luck with injuries at the end and no acquisitions to save him.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony threw up like 2 points yesterday.
Fournier went down.
Aldridge got injured. It was just a fucking shit show.
I avoided Fournier injury. You know how much I love him.
Harden did sit.
Harden did
okay.
sit on Sunday. Everything went fine.
It's fine.
Moving on, we'll go to Simmons and I's matchup. There are still like 1 or 2 games going on, but we decided since the 2 semifinals were over that we could just go over them. So it could change, but right now Simmons is actually winning 8-3. As I said, Anthony Davis had a 10-block triple-double. On a day where he could have just not played.
Yep.
Had he not played, we might be having some a different conversation. Although there again, had Schroeder played for Simmons, had Capella played for me, had Whiteside played for me, had Kyrie played for me. Horford tonight. So, a lot of my players actually kind of went down and just lost a game here or there. I did end up with a player advantage against Simmons overall. I don't know what the exact count was. So I did everything I could on the cycling. But at the end of the day, I took too many no games played. And in order to beat Simmons, you have to be 100% healthy. And you have to put up. And I almost did it.
Yeah.
So I'll move down to the 3rd place game to play Adam. Good luck to you, Adam. I don't have my first pick anyway. Yep.
Well.
Moving on.
Hey, good match, man. Seriously, it was a bloodbath. I think everyone was watching that matchup. It came down to the final day between Simmons and Brandon.
Yeah, it did. I mean, like I said, I'm really bummed out about it. Like, I do put a lot into it. So it's sincere. Like, I'm happy for Simmons. I'm happy that he won if he was on the other side of the bracket or, doesn't matter. I put up the best line I could and It just came up short. So, we'll see everyone in 2019. I will say that I have a ton of assets right now. If anybody wants to contact me specifically about players, I am on the hunt for my 2019 team.
Are you fantasy morning? Are you vulnerable right now?
I'm vulnerable. If you want to come try to trade rate me, the next week is probably your best time. Maybe the next 2 weeks or when I have to see whoever wins the trophy hoist it. For me, this is a real no-win situation. Let me go through the other scores, and then we'll get into the matchup. Neiman beat Matt 10-1. Little late, Neiman. Doug took care of Eric 7-3-1. CJ actually beat Stephen Thornhill to Doug's utter dismay. And Kyle, after adding Levert today, is actually up 6-4-1. Cody has Bog left and Kuzma. I mean, we're cooking here. Double doubles are up there, so I guess we could call this one to be determined on this one. So good luck to both of you in this next game, I guess.
Yes, yeah, finishing it out.
So we're not sure who's going to be in the 11 and 12 and the 9 and 10 games next week. The loser of Kyle versus Cody will play Steven in the 11-12, and the winner will play CJ in the 9-10. Doug will play Neiman next week in the 5-6 game. I'll pick Neiman for that game if we're even doing picks. We can get those out of the way. Excellent. And Matt will play Eric. Again, I don't really care.
Because it's just going to come down. I mean, who's going to. I don't know who's setting lineups and who's not at this point.
Yeah.
Everyone has different motivation.
Exactly. So, to your specific situation, I think that Eric is going to do what he needs to do next week. As I said earlier, the 3-4 will be Adam and I. Both had 10-6 in the regular season. Both lost in our respective championship. The last West team goes down. It's an all-East championship this year. It was 3-on-1, and I got mauled. And then the very last one is going to be Steven Simmons at the reigning, defending, 3-time champion. Mr. Joel Gibson's going to try to put a fourth on it.
Yep.
Actually got the names branded in.
Oh, I was going to tell him the story.
Oh, go ahead and tell him the story. Sorry.
So I spent some time with the trophy in my basement this week. And I was just saying, we really need to get your ink done. You know, we really need to get you into the shop. You guys can't see it on the camera, but because it's the first ever repeat, I have my name. Just everything is bold as fucking shit for these two plaques.
Just keep talking. We'll see if I can get it in here.
Yeah.
Everybody. Oh, nope. Too much of a glare, it looks like. Oh, it's reversed, though. You can see it. He's got bold there. Joel Gibson is on there 3 times.
3.
And Brandon Morrison's on there once.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying.
Uh-huh. Anyways.
Still a one-time champ.
What I'd like to point out to you, Simmons, is the point that Brandon and I were talking about just before we shot this. There's never been a time that I've gone to a championship in fantasy basketball and not come out the winner. I know you have an advantage. I know I'm the underdog and I'm the number 1 seed. I don't give a fuck. You were my regular season demon. You know what? The regular season doesn't fucking matter. I'm taking you down now.
Pounding the table. We need to do this now. This is going to be Simmons' first championship. Thank goodness he made it to one with Davis. Otherwise, we'll see how it goes. Davis actually has like 4 games next week, an extra game. So quite a few players Simmons picked up. Call us in there. If we compare the numbers closely between Simmons and Joel, I believe that with triple-double, and let me just confirm here. Ooh, points are getting... No. Okay. It looks like Simmons will win 6-4-1. Do I have that correct?
I don't know.
6-5. 6-5 for Simmons. Right now, like I said, it very much could change with the rest of the games tonight. But categories that are close, categories we're all going to be looking for here, and everybody at home, pay attention to these. We're going to have assists is going to be in an interesting category, especially with Simmons' pickup there. Steals is going to be a very interesting category. Double-doubles may be interesting, but it's likely Simmons will just
Look the fuck out.
And then points are going to be really interesting. Joel made this also a good point to me earlier. Triple-doubles, you have Harden going 8 games next week. You have Jokic going 6 games next matchup, where LeBron, I believe, only has 7 games. So from what I see, at least pending Lonzo Ball, and you can't rely on Lonzo Ball getting a triple-double, Joel does have the triple-double advantage.
And home court advantage.
And home court. So that means if he gets one, even if Simmons gets one and Joel can tie it, he'll still have that tie. And with the categories being so close right now, it could really come down to a 6-5. These teams are built in almost the opposite directions. I really, really like the matchup. It's going to be really, really good. My pick is going to be Simmons. Simmons to get his first championship. He's the favorite, as Joel alluded to earlier. He has those extra games. And he beat me, so it would be nice that if, I'm going to lose, I lose to the champ that season. It always makes me feel better for some reason. Champ, who are you going to pick? And why?
All right, I'm sticking with me. No surprises. No surprises. I've been picking myself all year. It's just about time that we start that second stack. We've gone through 4. It's time to get this one. The first one over here was Joel Gibson. The first one over here should be Joel Gibson as well. I'm picking myself. James Harden is a monster. He decided to take a rest night tonight. Chris Paul, he just was revving up the engines too. We're good to go.
Revving up the engine. Oh, live score alert. I have taken field goal percentage back over. Only 4-7, Simmons. Yeah! Yeah!
Well.
Sorry.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
Other than that, we only have one more league manager. No, we'll do an update note after the first week. So 2 more league managers notes left in this year's season, and then we start the off season. We all know how long that is, so let's enjoy these 2 weeks. Watch some basketball and pick your favorites. I'm likely going to post a poll either on the website, on ESPN, or in the Messenger. I do want to know who you guys think is going to win. Who's the favorite? Who's the underdog? I want to have some conversations about Anthony Davis versus James Harden for MVP this year. I want to have just everything these next 2 weeks. So let's try to make it fun. Good luck to you, champ.
Thanks.
Good luck to Simmons, and we'll see everyone in a week.
Hey, this is one trophy that's going to stay in Pittsburgh.